to tell you something a little uncomfortable. My comfort zone almost got me. Not in a dramatic way or anything, in a subtle way. In a you've earned this kind of way, right? We just got back from vacation this Saturday, cruising, relaxing with the family. No alarm clocks and no schedule and no boss and no pressure, right? I have literally built the life that I prayed for. I've been studying manifestation for several years, and I have manifested a lot of what I want in life, right? I don't have to get up at a certain time. I don't have to answer to anyone. I don't really have to do anything that I don't want to do. And I'm not bragging. There was a lot of hard work involved in that. But that's freedom, right? And freedom is beautiful. But here's what nobody talks about. When you don't have a boss, you have to be your boss, right? You have to become your boss. And some days, the boss just wants chips and ice cream. And that's okay sometimes, as long as it doesn't turn into a daily thing, right? But now let me be honest. I wasn't out of control or anything. I wasn't spiraling. I wasn't like gaining a bunch of weight or, mentally not doing what I wanted to do. I was in touch with God like I always like. But I could feel it, that softening, that I'll tighten it up later, maybe next Monday. That extra snack and that I'll walk tomorrow maybe. That negotiation with myself all the time. And because of my training, I caught it because I've been doing mindset work for long enough to recognize it, right? Welcome to day 2 of my new journey, elevating my life. Yesterday was fine and all. It's fine all day. I did fix a frozen pizza. I just finished it for my lunch here because I'm using the excuse that I need to eat it and get it out of the freezer, right? Because I don't want it staring at me every time I open the freezer. But late last night, I hate to admit stuff like this, but we all do it. I had that food noise in my head and ended up snacking on some chicharrones, and at least it was a low glycemic snack, but so I kept my sugar down, but it wasn't a wonderful snack, of course. But I'll admit to my problems that we're going to fix, right? So I'm going to put on a new sensor. I may do it during my live tomorrow because I didn't get it ready for this one. So, and I did my deepest breathing this morning. And if you want to know about that, just ask me. My deepest breathing is really, really calming and relaxing. And I meditated for several minutes before I got out of bed. I used my mantra, Vitality Rising. That is in Manifest Your Best Health. And that always helps me paint a good picture of myself, of my future self, right? And today, Mike plans on going fishing, and where we go, there's a very nice little over 2.5 mile trail. So I will definitely get my walking in and enjoy the outdoors. So if you missed day 1 yesterday, please go back and take a look. All right. When I was thinking about taking y'all on this journey, it started with my comfort zone whispering at me, "You've done enough. You're fine. You don't need to push. You can play games and watch TV all the time." But here's what hit me. Comfort doesn't create aliveness, right? And I want to feel alive. Challenge does that for me. And nothing makes a human feel more alive than a meaningful stretch, right? So this season, this is what I'm calling my elevate season. I want to elevate my life. It's not about fixing something that's broken, because Lord knows my life is not broken, but it's refusing to coast. So now let's talk about biology for a minute, okay? Because we're not 25 anymore. And honestly, thank God. But here's the truth about being in your 50s. hormone shift, insulin sensitivity changes in from a lot of reasons. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Muscle mass declines easier. Stress hits you differently. Sleep definitely matters more. Recovery matters more after you've worked out, all of that. You can't let things slide at 58 like you did at 38. I've had some heart issues, and if you know me, you know that. And I had to get some stents placed a couple of years ago, and the doctor put me on a cholesterol lowering medication. And I've been reading about it a lot, and I know that that's the reason why my A1C climbed, because it was fine until all that. And now I have to watch carbs and sugar to keep my glucose down. It is ridiculous, and it's hard, and it just means my intention matters more than ever, right? I have to have it eat and exercise intentionally. Because in your 30s, you can wing it, right? So in your 50s, you have to take better care of yourself. That's just common sense. So all my friends out there who are with me, you've got a good life. Even if it's not the best, it's better than most, right? But you still have that feeling, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through, and I'm going to document elevating my life. Now, I'm going to do it in different seasons, and season 1 is definitely going to be health, because you have to have health before you can do anything else. So not skinny and not punishment, no extremes, okay, but refinement. I want to have metabolic freedom, so my metabolism is working well. I want clearer thinking. I want to be able to crack a joke so I have to think of the joke, right? I want stronger joints, more supple joints, steady energy, so I'm not crashing all the time, taking naps or anything like that. Working towards stable labs. That's where I'm going, right? I want to support my heart and my mind, and I'm not waiting until I feel terrible, horrible again to do something about it. I'm choosing the stretch while I feel good to do it right now, and that's the difference for me. Now, let me say something that might hit home for you. Some of you, like I said, have beautiful lives. You've built beautiful lives. You've raised kids and built businesses and held families together, and you've survived so many obstacles and tragedies. You've manifested things, even if you don't realize that's what you were doing, right? What that means simply is you prayed for things, you worked for them, and you received many of those prayers, all right? And now you finally have some peace. It's tempting just to stay there, right? But what if peace is the foundation and not the finish line? Because we aren't finished yet. What if the second half of your life is supposed to be stronger than the first and more fun? What if you're not done growing? That little stirring inside you, that's not dissatisfaction. That is your heart crying out for fun, to be more alive, right? And I'm choosing to answer that. So now here's where we keep it grounded, okay? It's not dramatic and overnight. This isn't burn it all down and start it over, right? This is more daily intention. A simple daily manifesting routine, gratitude, meditation, visualization, all right? Some low glycemic eating, because that's best for most everyone, especially anyone who has any problems with their glucose. Movement every day. Keep yourself strong. And then don't think about anything else. But if you want to add to that, have supportive wellness tools and supplements. Clean, something that will actually help, right? One day at a time. Growth, grit, and glory. Even a little bit, right? Growth means I stretch. And grit means I show up when I don't feel like it. And the glory means we celebrate the wins. Like I said, even those little ones. Now, let me tell you something else that I'm genuinely curious about. I haven't been this excited about something in a while, since actually in 6 months since Nueva Body came out, 8 months since Nueva Body came out last summer. And I'm not sure that I'm supposed to spill the beans about this yet because it's not being released until this weekend, but just don't tell anybody, okay? We have a brand new peptide stack. It's a pill, is being released. It's called Elevate, right? It has come at the perfect time for me because whenever I heard that we were getting this product, I was already talking about wanting to elevate my life. So just at this time when I wanted to start elevating my life. Now, a few friends who got early access to it. I didn't get in on that. But they are saying that they are feeling clearer, like mental fog isn't hanging around the way it used to, and the donuts have stopped screaming at them from the break room. Things just feel quieter, they said. And after last night's chicharrones negotiation in my house, in my kitchen, I will take quieter. I ordered it, and when it arrives, I will document how it works for me. Okay, it's not going to be magic or a shortcut. It is support, because tools don't replace discipline. They support it, all right? And this season, it's not about a product, but it's about a decision. That comfort zone almost got me. And instead of spiraling, instead of pushing myself, instead of saying, I blew it, right? I'm choosing to elevate. And that's what a grown woman would do, even though I don't feel like a grown woman sometimes. We don't crash and we don't recalibrate. So if you feel that little spark that says, yeah, I think I want some more, I want something else, then stay here, follow my journey, come with me, drop I'm in below, okay, if you're choosing growth over that comfort zone. And tomorrow, I think we're talking about the brain and why sometimes it thinks it's running the show, but you have control over your brain, all right? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Trust me, you'll want to hear this one. And this is day 2, and day 379 is going to feel just as important as day 2, okay? Because we're going to do this together. Always elevating our life, always making our lives more fun and more fantabulous, right? Now, listen, you've got one life. Let's make this second half stronger than our first. You go do that math. Y'all have a great day, and y'all come back tomorrow, okay?